Ladies and gentlemen, happy Saturday night to you. It's Keith here from Command the Hoop Celtic on live YouTube. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. If you're only tuning in to watch it after the live podcast, hello to you as well. If you could subscribe to the channel, would be really appreciated as well. I was meant to come on at 8 o'clock, but things happen, you get carried away on a Saturday night. So said I'll pop on tonight, have a chat with you. Solo again. I haven't been great the last couple of days, to be honest with you. Have a bit of a flu. Thank God it's not Corona. Thank God. So I survived through Paddy's Day and the bank holiday. Thank God, the two bank holidays. But look at what a result today. What a result. Um, Obviously Giacomakis hat trick made a scoring, massive clean sheet. Another game done and dusted. I think that's our last time playing Ross County now for the rest of the season. So yeah, they're done and dusted. Get the comments in, and thanks very much. As I said, I only put the video up there a couple of minutes ago, so tell me where you're watching from. I'll stay until about 40 minutes maximum, and we'll talk about the game. We'll talk about the up and coming games. We'll talk about the international break. Talk about players' performances, other Celtic stuff. If you just want, as I said, throw question at me. No question is a stupid question on this podcast or this channel. So I appreciate the comments coming through already. Hail, hail. Thanks very much. The Jabber. How are you doing? Well, didn't see the game, but great result. As I said, the only thing I said about actual post match reaction was I wish we scored more goals. I wish we scored more goals. We looked at quite attacking and quite, damaged teams there that we should be getting, like as I said, should be getting 8 or 9 goals against a good organised Ross County. But since they went down to 10 men, we should have literally blew them apart. So look, it is what it is. It's 3 big points, and from back to front, we were brilliant. And Joe Hart didn't have much to do today. He might as well just went up to the went up to Kerrysdale Suite, and that was it. But that's it. From Ireland, you're competing with Thor and Eddie. Who's that? What are you talking about? I don't even know what that means. You compete. Glasgow just got home. Look, some poor team is gonna take 10 by them soon. We're gonna take. Hopefully, at the end of the day, like I don't know if I'm being greedy here, expecting like double figures with this team, but that's how good we are. We just with Ange this season, with the players, and you never know with Kyogo coming back might give an extra spice to the attacking options, which it should. So great performance today. Like the midfield was just so dominant. Like it was obviously annoying to see Tom come off, and that was a shocking tackle. But yeah, you have not been at a match in ages. I don't think you're a big Celtic fan, as you say. Maybe you have stuff to do the weekends. Maybe other things in life is more important than football. So that's the life. You got to make money the weekends, take care of the kids. That's more bigger than Celtic Football Club. So if you can go against that, Jesus, shame on you. Yeah, we're due 8 or 9 goals. Hopefully, as I said, we've hit six this campaign a couple of times, so we can just hope we can do it again. And okay, you never know. Dundee might get a result tomorrow at Dens Park against Rangers. Never know. Fingers crossed. You asked me that earlier on the channel. Yeah, I know Ryan's already good. I have to say Ryan's one of the first people to do the YouTube Celtic YouTube. He's doing a phenomenal job. Talk Scottish football, the Celtic Thunder. He's doing a great job, and fair play to him. He's been doing it since his early teens, and top job. You can't. He's brilliant. Absolute brilliant. So maybe down the line I'll get myself and Ryan. Never know, but for the time being, I'm happy I am the way I am doing it. So look, it's always good to get out to other. I've obviously talked to Irish Mick. I've talked to Jody. I met them there the last time I was over at Celtic Park, which was what 4 weeks ago. So yeah, hopefully Jason heard that. You know, as I said, don't get over the games the weekends, folks, and that's the way it is. Family duties is more important than football. So yeah, you know. Um, I predicted a Giacomakis hat trick, and I think Sefco will draw tomorrow. Well, Dundee are down the bottom. They're fighting for the life, so it could happen. It could happen. Like as I said, don't rule it out. Like if they don't get rewarded any penalties, Dundee should beat them. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I just thought Jota played well on the right today. He really did play really good on the right. I know he kind of kept switching it between in the game between himself and Maeda, but I thought he played really well on the right. And Abad, I don't know, Just yes, he done a lot of skill when he came on. Just something about him. He just didn't look himself today. I don't know if anyone else would agree with me on the stream, but he just didn't look himself today. But yeah, he had a chance or two on the goal. So I look at he's been out. He's been out for what, just over a week and a bit. So yeah. So look at Abad has been outstanding since we signed him in the summer. You know, not every player can be on the game, unfortunately. You know, there's gonna be one or two players, but he came off the bench. You know, he done okay. Jovanovic, I thought Jovanovic was good today, like, but they didn't really cause threats against us. Like, I think when soon as they got down to 10 men, they just knew they were gonna park the bus. You know, yeah, it's only 17 minutes. Sometimes you just look and you feel like they're on longer than they are, but it's because we were comfortably in the game 4-0. That's the reason why. But Giakoumakis after being called up to the Greek squad, that's going to help his confidence. Help his confidence big time. It's going to help the likes of O'Reilly if he does travel to Denmark and play them friendlies for the 21s. Help his confidence as well. Toy had a really good game today. Toy got stuck in. Especially the second half. I was impressed with his passing on the ball, his work rate, and then it was just good to see obviously Callum coming off and Beaton's coming on. Beaton's just missing that old trademark Beaton finish, but he's been outstanding. He's been outstanding this season, and I know people might disagree with me on the chance I Beaton outstanding. That doesn't go, but like he's come in, he's done the job in the crucial games, and at the end, at the end of the season, these players that play some sort of minutes all deserve a tap in the back. Even the likes of Mikey Johnson, that I've been slated most of the season, everyone deserves a tap in the back if we can deliver this title. And they've done one job already, and they deserve the recognition of winning that League Cup as well. So yeah, that's I was only saying about 3 weeks ago on the podcast. I think Giakoumakis. I can see Giakoumakis getting 25 goals next season. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself here, but I think he's hit that block where he missed the penalty. He had a few injuries and he got stuck in. And I think Giakoumakis' biggest game for Celtic so far was the Tynecastle game. The Tynecastle game when he scored, because he played really, really well that night. People might disagree and say, well, what about the hat trick against Dundee, or what about the hat trick against Ross County? I think this turning point for Giakoumakis was that game against Hearts away, where he showed up. He really fought in hard against Hearts, and he was outstanding. So yeah, saying as a fourth choice striker, well, look at everyone's a Celtic State of Mind are a phenomenal channel, and they deserve the recognition. They do it every day. But some people will say he looks like a fourth choice striker, but like if he's putting the hard work in, he's getting goals, we're winning games, he's winning his fouls, he offers something different up front. He's a proper target man. You seen today his forced goal, the way he was at the back post, he got ahead of the player. He's out and out brilliant. So yeah, all about the Celtic. Exactly. It is indeed. GG is a beast. Gonna be worth 10 times what we pay for him. Well, that's a strong comment now, Tony. I want you to screenshot that and keep that on the phone and come back to me in about a year and a half with that comment. Wouldn't rule it out. Would not rule it out at all. I said, tell me where you are tuning in from. I have the laptop here, so I'm looking at the laptop, and I have the remake of the '88 jersey. It's not the legitimate '88 jersey, But look at given to me as a freebie, so can't complain. Tony Henderson, we're talking about on about money. Why are we trying to? Now, so at the end of the day, the discussion here, what happens with Celtic fans, and this has been going on for about since about I'd say 2011, when you got the likes of when we sold the likes of Hooper on, Wanyama on, you know, trying to think, Virgil van Dijk. People are like, well, why are you talking about these players? Like, let them go if you want to go. Celtic is a stepping stone to some players, especially foreign players that don't get the club. They, yes, they will buy into it when they're playing for the club, and some like Dembele still idolizes the club. Musa Dembele still talks about the club. Van Dijk still talks about the club in some aspects. Um, these players look at it as a job. Yes, phenomenal fans, phenomenal stadium, European nights. Yes, bit of silverware. They want to move on. If they can make three times the wages and they've done 2 or 3 years at a football club, which majority of players average do, they're going to move on. Simple as that. And you have to recognize these players. If they don't put them 2 or 3 decent seasons in, yes, we might slate them. Like so I put up a picture of Tierney earlier on, or Tierney yesterday, and Larson, and some people are like, "Oh, two legends, two legends." Some fella was like, "Oh, a legend," and then another one, he's not. He's no label on him. Talking about Tierney, and like, well, Tierney benefit 25 million for Celtic. If he's not a legend, then why did he win a treble? Why was he in a treble winning team? You know, like you look back at this in 10 years' time, like, holy shit, he was part of one of them treble winning teams. You know, part of an invincible. So this is the stuff that you get in it's very rare to see modern day football with players like that. Tierney, maybe an icon to you, maybe not in that label, and everybody's titled to opinion. You know, we are Celtic. We shouldn't be a stepping stone for anyone. Well, that's what happens, Jason. At the end of the day, Celtic can't keep certain players at the club because we don't have the wage cap to compete with bigger teams in their eyes. That's the way modern day football is, and that's why we've discussed on the channel many times that if we're going to be ambitious with Ange going into next season, if we win this league, which we are in cruise control at the moment, 6 points ahead at the moment, we need to be ambitious in the next window and spend about 30 million because these 4 or 5 million players that we hope for and we get, and some of them do be gems, and we sell them on for triple the amount, or maybe sometimes 4 times the amount. Like Oyer was bought for what, 500,000, I think he was, and we sold him on for 12 plus million, and then we're add-ons, we're looking at 17. This is what happens with Celtic. It's just that's their budget, and that's the way they deal with it. That's what. But it is a stepping stone to some players, and you have to understand that. Like the likes of obviously Irish players and Scottish players and some players from England don't see it in that way. They see it like, oh, geez, this is a massive club. To go and play for a fan base like this is a phenomenal. To represent a club like this on the Champions League night where you actually can't hear the Champions League music. You can just hear the fans screaming out the Champions League music. That's a different level, completely different level, which you don't get. Which you don't get with many clubs in the world. So yeah. Hoping for an Albert Kid tomorrow. Oh, Albert Kid, 1986. Well before me. But yeah, just keep the comments going, folks. Keep the comments going. We'll talk about it. Ange needs to be backed. Well, the most important thing is like that was the question. I think that was the question that a lot of people were kind of asking before the League Cup final. Will Ange, he's on a rolling contract, will he get that extension? And I think by Celtic going down to Australia, it just made it clear that Ange is going to be a long term manager here. We don't know how long the deal's going to be because you know yourself in football, results, five, five bad results, you could lose your job. Could lose your job regardless how much we love the manager. It's that small portion of fans in any football team you support that lose the plot and just come up with negativity all the time, and then that circulates the fans, and then it goes into the next game, and if it's more points dropped, you just see the negativity build. But we haven't had that this season. We had small doses where the first 5 games he lost the three, and built on to good success, and it's gone from it's stage one prediction rebuild to you know stage five competing for the title, top of the league, playing amazing football, had some good European nights. It's as I said many times in this channel, if we could go on and do this treble or go on to win this league, it'd be one of the best seasons ever supporting Celtic, considering the amount of shit we've had. So yeah. How much would you like to spend this summer? Be realistic. I'm not talking about any former players or making any fees off them if they go somewhere else like Dembele's or Tierney's or whatever. Being realistic from the club. Um, if we win the league, I would like to see us spend minimum 15 minimum 15 million maximum. Now I said 30 million. I don't know if they will be ambitious to spend 30 million. 23 million around that. And I mean that we need to go out and really invest in getting Carter Vickers on the permanent, getting Jota on the permanent. Strikers, Kyogo scoring, Giakoumakis is scoring, Maeda scoring. Maybe we do need a European experienced striker if we're going to be going into Europe, like into the Champions League. We should. Midfield, uncomfortable with the midfield, like centre midfield. Um, right wing, I'm happy with the right wing. I think we have enough in the right wing. Left wing, if we don't get Jota, we still think we need to get two players on that left flank. I know Maeda can play there. Left back, 100%. You know, Taylor has been putting the shifts in recent times, but he's not the answer to left back. And I think we have Jovanovic there on right back, which he's done a phenomenal job since he came in. So Jovanovic is that's a player that we'd be lucky to keep for the season or two. You know, like as I said, he's some attributes and he's a quality player, and I hope he doesn't go anywhere time soon. So I know there's rumours of Rogers being linked to him, and it's all paper talk. Look, anything I talk about on this channel is paper talk. It's tweets, it's paper talk. Sometimes I have a source there, but look, everyone is entitled to an opinion. I'm going to talk about it because it's going to be mentioned on social media, and that's the way it works on the channel. So that or no content. So I have to keep the content going. Sorry to burst all these bubbles. Left back for Europe, 100%. Martin, 100%. I just think left back in general. I just think yes, he has been pretty decent, and I know people are saying what about Scales, but if we're gonna be like trying to go toe to toe with some sort of European teams in the Champions League, we need to strengthen. As we've seen what happened against us against Bodo Glimt in the Conference League, we can't. No disrespect to Bodo Glimt, but we can't downgrade ourselves again. We're at the moment, Celtic as a team should be in the Europa League as a Europa League standard team. Yes, we were unfortunate not to qualify in 9 points, and some other teams did, but it's a massive ask. It's a massive ask, and I know I'm not getting ahead of myself for Champions League football next season. Let's just get through these next 7 games, and massive derbies coming up as well. So let's see. Predictions for the Glasgow derby, not the All Firm. The All Firm was like 2012. I don't buy into that all firm brand stuff. As I said, the club are obviously bribed by Sky Sports to say all firm, um, because it's all money, money, money. You know yourself. I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna. I'll actually. I'd be happily take a draw there as much as I know people probably think I'm negative, but I would take a draw there. It'd kill their confidence, and I think with these home games coming up, definitely. Um, Are you not keeping an eye on England right now? I'm not watching the rugby tonight. No, I watched a bit of the Ireland game and the Scotland game earlier on. Watch a bit of it, you know. Yeah. So let's go through the comments again. That's not a bad comparison. Um, like I'm at like if Jack and Marcus goes to Ibrox, scores a few goals there, and then goes on and scores another few more vital goals in this final run in of the season. This one season of compared to what Georgios had the club. How many clubs? How many seasons? I think it was 6 seasons. Georgios was at Celtic. Never know. Be fighting up there for the Greek god position. You know. Yeah, Bolo were good. They were a good team. Obviously, I was at the game at Celtic Park, and I thought they were pretty good, and we were just poor as well. We just could not string a pass in midfield. But like you seen away from home, pretty decent as well. So it was a massive win today. It really was a massive win, and it just shows that we need to go out there, regardless what side it is, and really put the pressure on them the first 25 minutes, especially at home. None of this nervous feeling. Go out. If you're You want to make an account to your fans, to the team you're playing against. This is the reason why you're top of the league. This is the reason you're top of the league. From the Rangers game up to the Livy game, we were getting results. We weren't playing the greatest football. I think the Livy game, we just confidence is boosted. Obviously, getting that win at Livy, that ended that hoodoo. Great result the other night at Tannadice in the cup. We were outstanding. I thought really were good. Really good on the ball. Just bossed the midfield. And then today we were just, like we did take the foot on the pedal off foot off the pedal in the second half. But as I said, it's a win. It's a clean sheet. You know, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy. It's a massive, massive one. We go didn't get a win. No other way. That's well, we need to get the win. But as I said, if worst comes to worst, if I have to take the draw, I'll take the draw. But okay. If you're asking me now who I play, who starts on the 3rd of April, a lot of things can change in football. We obviously have a daunting international break coming up, and some Celtic fans always look at. Well, majority of people don't like international football. They don't like the thoughts of waiting forever for club football to resume. I know that I can understand that, but depends how your country's getting on as well. Um, Ireland have Belgium and Lithuania in the friendlies. Gonna get smashed by Belgium. Um, Good win today. Thanks very much. Thanks very much. I hope I didn't annoy your comment earlier on. I do sincerely apologise. Congratulations to Starfelt as well. He's got a Swedish recall as well. Starfelt as well. You're fine. Yeah, look, Starfelt just needs to just keep focusing on himself and doing the right thing. And I just have that little fear if we don't get Carter Vickers on the permanent, will we see that type of consistency from Starfelt next season? That's the question mark. Like will he be comfortable with himself and Hart, or if it's Welsh or Julian? You know, um, that's the only problem there, and that's why we really need to nail this on the coffin with the Carter Vickers deal, because, like as I said, there's a couple of clubs in England looking at him: Wolves, Palace, Leicester. They obviously have the better wage package they can offer him, but he's enjoying his football at Celtic. He's had to win a bit of silverware, and it's just getting it right, and just convincing him to sign on the permanent. And he's only 24. We get him on a 4-year deal. And I know this is going to annoy Jason, but this is a player that where wins us a couple of league titles, plays in Europe. We could sell him on for double the money, especially you know mini bit of Premier League experience. He's an American international, and it's a bit annoying. Speaking about American international, I don't. He wasn't in the last few USA squads. Now I haven't checked the recent USA call ups, but like it's just annoying that he wasn't even in them. Six ahead till tomorrow. Well, once like could be six ahead on Monday as well, and in the international break. Don't write off Dundee. Don't write them off. Yes, they were absolutely poor against them in the Scottish Cup, but don't write them off. How's it going, Todd? I hope you're well. So this is your first time tuning into the channel, folks. Please do subscribe to the channel. It would help the channel grow. You know, hell, Keats. I totally agree with you. With the old firm's dead, just like the Rangers are dead. Let's enjoy it. Just that jelly and ice cream, always from Toronto. That's the man that doesn't like the Leafs, but loves the Celts. So it's all right. It's all right. But my Ada, hopefully him and Tate come back fresh. You know, you got June 2022 Candy Station. You got the green. Yeah, every player has a mistake in them. Every player, every single player has a mistake in them. And Starfelt, yes, when he started off his career, he had a couple of mistakes in him, but he settled. He has settled, and I think it's time you need to stop feeling that. Oh shit, he's gonna do an FAM, bros. Oh shit, he's gonna do this. You back every player to the tilt now. If you want title winners, you gotta back your whole team. You back the whole team. Stop thinking of, oh shit, he's gonna pass it wrong. Oh, he's gonna do this. He's gonna do that wrong. He has settled. Yes, he's not perfect. No one's perfect, but he's been consistent. And the last time we had a bad game, to be honest with you, proper bad game was when Martin Boyle roasted him a couple of times at in the cup final. So I'm being happy with Starfelt. I'm delighted he got back into the Swedish squad. So as I said, my only concern is about the whole Starfelt thing is if we don't get Carter Vickers on the permanent, will we see consistency or will we see them mistakes that you were saying now next season happening? So mm, yeah, he has 100%. Completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. Just 2 seconds now. Just have to week off. So let me start this look at the one at this Hart, JJ, Carter Vickers, Starfelt. Do you feel confident that you could put Taylor in there? Like I thought Taylor was outstanding against them at Celtic Park, but away at Ibrox, I don't know. I'd rather play Rolson right back and play Jovanovic left back against them. And Beaton, Callum McElroy, Beaton away at Ibrox. Not good record there. Got a couple of reds. Okay, I'm not being negative, just saying out straight. But Beaton's been really good. He's been a key asset this season. O'Reilly, nah. Tommy Rogers all day against them away, but it's not a bad selection. Strong bench though. Have to make a strong bench there. My 8 Gigi and Jota. You know, don't think so. Don't think so. Don't really care as well. If rain, so mm, that's it. Like I think they're obviously gonna have one eye on try win this Europa League. I don't think they will win the Europa League. To be honest, which is like I think they'll probably get to the semi-finals, and it's more of a distraction, for them, and let them play their games on the Sunday, and you're gonna see it's starting to eventually drain them down. Come back from Belgrade, so you never know. They might come back with a European hangover and flop it tomorrow, or they'll come out comfortable and beat Dundee and there'll be 50 penalties. So see what happens. Yeah, yeah, but that was he has changed the corner since then. So he got roasted in that game, and that was his last bad game for Celtic. I feel that was back in December. So I've been happy with in January being with Starfelt since then. So 4 star man. Nah, Barcelona will absolutely smash them. Don't want them in Seville. Probably. Yeah, I think definitely Taylor was good that night. He really was, and he really got stuck in towards the end of that game. He just looked exhausted. He did, but he's done well. Greg Taylor. And he's in the Scotland squad now as well. As I said, I'm a man that still believes that he's not the answer for left back in general. But look, he's putting the shifts in. We're getting clean sheets. I need to start changing my opinion on that. But hopefully, he's all asked me that question at the end of the season, and I'll see what I feel. But I just don't think he's the answer for if we're going into more a higher standard of football next season. If it's Champions League, if we're successful, let's see what happens. As I said, I'm not getting thrown myself too much into this. 7 big games left. But Jack Marcus, he offers something different from the other strikers. As I said, he's a good, proper poacher of the ball. It's not. I don't like the leaves of the Blue Jays. I just have no time for it. It's understandable. It's understandable. I know. I don't even want to talk about them too much, but look, I was listening to Peter Grant. He said the same. They will. They will. You know. That's it. I've said this many times on the channel. Let them go and try chase Europe, and it'll be their biggest failure because if they fail in Europe and we win the league, as far as I know, how it works for second placed going into next season, there is a third round qualifier to get in, third round and playoff qualifier to get in. Last season we got the Michelin toy, and I think that was because it was non-champions path. We would have been playing three rounds of qualifiers to get into Champions League. So with the coefficient, obviously Scotland's guaranteed now automatic qualification. Wasn't always that stage, as I said. There was a bit of jeopardy in that, but experiments. There's no point changing it. And to be honest with you, Yeti up front, not a chance. Why would you put a Yeti up front? Maeda is bang golden. You could play Maeda on the left, yeah, but no, definitely not. Definitely not. I think Abney Yeti's days are done at Celtic. I wish him the very best if he does move on this summer. Hopefully he does move on. I know we're not going to get the 5 million. Well, under the 5 million we got, we signed him for from West Ham. But no, there's no point changing something if we're winning. I know it's an experiment. I can understand that, but we've too much important games to be changing the system around. And just stubborn. He doesn't change systems for any team. It's the same approach, you know. How's it going, Donny boy? Hope you're well. Mm. So this is the banner here. This is what you know. Gigi and my aid is hard work paying off. Sure right, it's paying off. Sure right, it's paying off. As I said, these are tuning in. Tell us where you're watching from. The couple from Toronto, from Bonnie, Scotland. I'll be on for another 15 minutes maximum. And as I said, I'm not I'm not worried about after the international break who we have next. You know, every game's a cup final. I'm looking forward to the semi-finals as well, but we've a good bit of football to play before that. Well, as I said, you need to clear out the deadwood. The deadwood is like a Barcas, an Alvin Yeti, maybe a Sorrow on loan, maybe a Mikey Johnson on loan. Um, I don't think Celtic will sell Mikey Johnson, to be honest, which is we'll see young Montgomery come back as well. He's going to be fighting for a place. So Udagidi, I know there's an option for that team to buy him. So hopefully we will strengthen in the summer. I'm sure we will. And I'm sure Ange already has identified targets with his scouting team as well. And I'm sure there's stuff going on in the background that nothing's been leaked yet. So fingers crossed. Um, look at it. Just he only 17 minutes today, and I just felt like it looked something wrong with him. But he's been cracking this season. He's been really good since that debut goal against Midtjylland. That was a cracking goal. But hopefully we'll strengthen. We should. As I said, I'd like to see Dembele get a permanent contract. Another deal, another extension. Well, obviously his deal's up in the summer. Give him another extension, 2 year extension. Um, clear back at clear Yeti. I don't know about Julian. I love Julian, but if he's not playing football, what do you look at? Like, this guy's probably collecting a decent wage bill. He's 29 years of age, so see what happens. Being invited onto the Boise bus some weekend for a live show. Hopefully, Russell's a good man. I like Russell. I like watching these shows. I don't get to tune in all the time, but his Monday night shows do be good. The odd Friday night show. Hopefully, I'll be on him myself soon. He's a good crack. The boys, he's a good man. The bigger question: how do we scale up defensive players in our system for Europe? That's the discussion. That's the biggest. Um, let's be honest with you. Like, we don't have a Champions League team there, and as I said, like we are going through a rebuild, but we don't have a Champions League team. And if you're going into the Champions League group stages, like I don't want to say as a club, Glasgow Celtic, we shouldn't be there just to take part. We should be there to compete, and that's a good question. It's the club being ambitious and trying to bring in a really good midfielder, that has European experience. So it's tough to say, man. It really is tough to say. It depends what they're gonna backhand in the summer. As I said earlier on in the podcast, if you're only tuning in now, um, need about 15 to 23 million pumped into the squad, and that's looking at like you're looking at a Jota, a Carter Vickers, and another strong player if it's a left back or a good midfielder. But I think there's enough. I think Rogic has European experience. Callum has European experience. Um, David Turnbull's been actually all right in Europe, but the Champions League's an extra stepping stone, for me. Year three, perhaps. Year three, let's just get through year one, folks. That's what we need to do. We're almost at the climax of year one, so it's mad to think like Ange took the job 9 months ago, and where we've gotten, where we've what we have achieved. Sorry, what we have achieved in the last 9 months has been absolutely no one would have predicted it. There'd be obviously a couple of Socceroo teams in here that'd be like, I had a feeling this was going to happen, but majority of people that I watched that had the likes of Jared Selts down under, um, he he predicted 2 years. You know, so some Australian Celts predicted 2 years because and that's how Ange kind of does. He puts his foundations down, gets the players used to the system. Obviously, experiments with all these players that are currently at the team, see what he can get out of them for the season, and then clears out what he needs cleared out and bringing his guys. But I can't see much being changed in year two. As I said, if there's a winning formula there and you win a league in year one, all about it's adding in one or two additions to the squad. There's no point changing it too much. You know, I said, um, yeah, you've said this a few times. Obviously, he made a howler the other night, but he's a good keeper. He really is. He's only 31 years of age as well. Swiss player. He's as far as I know, he's on a free contract as well in the summer. Mm. So definitely it'll be a remarkable season if we win the league. It's been a remarkable season anyway. Some highlights up there already. So if we do win the league, happy days. 68 people tuning in on YouTube tonight. Fantastic. I didn't put the Facebook on, folks, so there's no Facebook comments coming through on the stream. Just not ours with Facebook tonight. I think we need a right wing. Nah, we've Abada there. James is on his last year in his contract. Maybe look at probably getting someone in the right winger in January next year. Um, Left back, completely agree with you. No question about it. Centre back, if we can't get Carter Vickers out of the line, we're probably looking at a centre back. I don't know if they're going to be ambitious and go out and spend the 3 to 4 million on another centre back and try clear Julian out. I don't really know. Like, it's hard to say. And maybe a midfielder. It depends where you want in the midfield. If you're looking at attacking midfielder, I'd give Tommy Rogers a new contract. Yes, Ange likes bringing youth players through as well. Um, we were talking about Ben Doak on the channel. Ben Doak actually, I don't know if he played in that game today against Rangers, but he was on the bench anyway. So I don't know what's going on with the Liverpool and Ben Doak story. It's obviously gone quiet since Monday. I've done a video on it saying, look, obviously be a disappointment if he moves on, but if his head is somewhere else and he's getting offered man money and he doesn't feel like Celtic can offer him the right pathway, he's not ambitious to the plan, the Ange plan, move him on. Simple as that, you know. Um, Thanks very much. You know, do I like long sleeves? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have last season's jersey in long sleeve as well. Um, the only jersey of all the home jerseys I've had, like the Invincible jersey, actually, that was short sleeve. But yeah, Bulkies have Rangers favourites for the derby. Leave them to it. Leave them to it. I don't bet anyway, but leave them to it. Um, Yeah, as I said, just tell us where you're tuning in from. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. As I said, it doesn't cost you a single penny to subscribe to the channel. It just means that it grows my channel, and it's good to see new faces coming in as well. That's it, and it's all about opinion. I might not agree to your opinion, but at the end of the day, I do these podcasts to hear what you are saying as the fans. If you are in Scotland, Canada, Belfast, whatever. We're all Celtic fans. We all love the green and white. We all love the hoops. So yeah, we're fine as underdogs. Completely agree with you. Look at how's it going from Belfast, Connell. Yeah, that's it. Like who would have thought? Like, and as I said, we're not over the finish line just yet. We're only 3 quarters there. Only 3 quarters there. As I said, folks, we still have a lot of football to play. Seven massive games. We can win the league in 5 games. We only need 5 victories out of 7 to win the league. But let's just don't disappoint yourself. Don't hope for the war. Don't hope for the best, because you hope for the best and it doesn't happen, you're just gonna get yourself worked up and you'll feel like shit. So just let's next week. or well, 2 weeks time is going to be a massive, massive game, the biggest game of the season, biggest game of the season. If we can go to Ibrox, beat them, if it's a 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, whatever it is, a good scalping, make a statement. And if David to drop points tomorrow, we're looking at 9 points. 9 points. Fuck me, So stuff like this gets me excited, but I'm not, as I said, I'm not trying to look too far. I'm not looking at the finish line. I just want to get these matches over and done with. We have St. John's to play at home, and then obviously we have the split games as well. So the home games, as I said, yet today we went out there and we conducted ourselves right. We didn't concede. We were organised and we went out attacking and we scored 3 goals in the first half. And we've done that many times this season at home. It's towards the end of the finishing line where fans get impatient. Fans expect the title. As I said, I in the back of my mind, I'm like, wasn't expecting the title, and it'll hit me at home. I was gonna say it's gonna hit me like Christmas. It'll feel like Christmas. It'll hit me at home when officially comes up Celtic, yellow on the table, champions. But as I said, I'm just gonna take it as it comes, like everyone. You know, had arguments with you on opinion, but still as valid as mine. That's it. Look at, of course, I don't really, to be honest with you, on Twitter, I don't really keep an eye on Twitter, to be honest with you, Mick. I don't, Michael, I don't really keep an eye on Twitter. Twitter is more of a migration for this kind of stream, to be honest with you. But appreciate you reaching out to me on Twitter as well. I don't really look at it, to be honest. I think Twitter is a nasty, nasty place for opinions. Like just in general, I just think people are very toxic on it. But okay. Cheers for highlighting the unwanted Celtic tops. Yeah, there's a parish in Winchburg, folks. There's a missionary from the parish. He's over in Pakistan at the moment, and he's trying to get Celtic tops from the age of from I think it's from the age of 16 up to 40 or some sizes anyway. It's for these. He's setting up a Celtic team in Pakistan. So, folks, there's a Catholic church in Winchburg. If you can get onto it and donate a top if you can. If you can, as I said, I've shared it on Facebook and whatever I can. At the end of the day, our club was started. You started to help others, that literally had nothing through famine and depression. You know, for me, tomorrow game won't be a slam dunk for them. It won't be. That's it. Like I'll keep an eye on it. Like I'll just put the live score on. Like I won't actually watch the game tomorrow. There's meant to be glamorous out tomorrow, so I'll be out enjoying the sunshine. A few sambos, a picnic in the park. Win the league. Nah, nah. The Fraser Foster ship as well sailed now. Look, I like Fraser. He's three times a Celtic, some crucial nights, some crucial saves, some crucial penalty saves. I know Fraser's younger than Joe Hart, but nah, I'm happy with Joe Hart. I just think Joe Hart is a proper leader. You like Fraser's serious keeper, but no, no. You want someone that wants to be there for the cause, and Fraser wasn't willing to step back from Southampton and be there for the cause on a permanent. So we were reportedly getting 120 grand a week. He was at Southampton at the time, so I think he's had to take the pay cut down to 80 grand. So no, look, wish Fraser all the best. You know, that's it. I think we're all happy. It gives you the butterflies even talking about, doesn't it? Fair play, man. I think we're all happy at the end of the day because for Mick, happy days. I think we're all happy because, as I said, uh, uh, like you said, if anyone said to me at the start of the season, "Are we going to win the league?" Like some people did, and I was like, I don't really know. Like that's a lot to ask for. But as you know, as worse, some fans are stubborn and just can't accept second place is not good enough. And that's it. There's no such thing as second place, which it was last season. But you know, we've done so well, and you know, said brilliant. You think so? Well, if they win tomorrow and then we beat them and it goes 6 points and We could still f up, and it's not game over. It's not game over on the 3rd of April. Unfortunately, to me, we still have to play them again at Celtic Park. So but I like your optimism. I really believe. Fair play to you. Fair play to you. No harm. There's no harm. Being ambitious. Joe Hart's been brilliant for Celtic, and Celtic have been brilliant for Joe Hart. 100%. Look at Joe Hart was on obviously a decline in his career. Yes, he was at Tottenham. He was on what 30 grand a week. He took the pay cut down to 15 grand, left there, and yeah, there was Celtic fans slating Joe Hart like, oh, I don't want him. He's a mistake in him and this and that. But look, Mr. Consistent. Yes, he has cons about him. Yes, he still doesn't come out and catch a ball. Yes, but he gets the club. He just loves the fans, and he's enjoying his football. He's enjoying playing his football, and I'm a big fan of Joe. I've always been a big fan of Joe Hart. Even when he was going through his dark days at Torino, and Pep dropped him and bring Bravo in, and obviously not a Man City fan. Fuck no, Jesus, the empty ad. But like Joe Hart, you know, I'll always remember he was at Birmingham on a season long loan, and then he came back, and obviously Shea Given was number one keeper at the time at City, and he played that day. He played that game against Spurs. Look it up, look it up, folks. Joe Hart pulled off 12 cracking saves. One of the best saves I've ever seen in world football. Joe Hart pulled off. So look at that's a long time ago, but if you have four golden gloves in the Premier League, fuck me, that says something about his stature of a keeper. And yeah, it just seems like he seems like he's around longer than he is. He's only 24, and some keepers play up to, as you see, Buffon, 40 odds. So it's a good bit of business for Celtic. Deloitte, I think he was the best permanent signing we've done. I know Jovanovic, people are going to say Kyogo. We're all tied to opinion. We're all tied to opinion, but it's all down to consistency. And Joe, clean sheets, being a leader, captained the team a few times. I think it's been one of the best bits of business Celtic have done in the last decade. Be honest with you, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see if we win the league with Joe. We've won a League Cup. He pulled off some crucial saves in that League Cup final as well. So can't forget about that. Can't forget about that, folks. Defo Martin, keep them in check, bud. Someone's had to ask me a good question there, Joe. If Celtic win the treble, is this the biggest bounce back since Martin O'Neill's treble? Yes, yeah, because obviously there's a massive gap there with the All Rangers, and obviously Martin setting them steps at Celtic Park that he's going to try his very best. And look at who would have thought we would have won the treble that season. The NTL days. Larson scoring some of the goals, Lubo, you know, Chris Sutton, that demolition derby 6-2. Jesus. Obviously even putting a stepping point in Europe, Martin started like Martin's been brilliant. Who has been the worst and signing? That's a good question. That's a really good question. Phew, and signing. Jesus Christ, you got me on this one. Can't say Scales because Scales, Scales, hasn't got enough football. Shaw was before Ange. I know he's announced around the same, came in the same time as Ange. Urigidi, he's not the worst Ange signing. That's a good question. I need to actually really think about that. Um, Let me see. You can't say Johnny Kenny because he's only starting to get up the pace like the B team. I don't really know actually. That's a hard one. You got me on the button there. That's a good question. At least he's making saves and he thinks the defense feels comfortable. Yeah, he said that in the interview earlier on as well that he's at the building that, and he did say that Carter Vickers and Starfelt are not the most vocal players he's played with. So yeah, yeah, the split would be interesting for Keith Livingston. The split fixtures are meant to be on Monday because I just typed in the split fixtures obviously for last year and they were announced around the 22nd of March 21. So hopefully they'll be announced soon. Um, if I missed them, tell me. Or should I know them by now? Live 2022. But what about was flooding midfield and the middle? We don't. Um, as I said, I wouldn't change the game plan for any team. We're going to play 4-3-3 regardless, Rangers or not. Midfield for that derby, I'd be bringing Callum, playing Cal, obviously Cal, Tommy, Atate again, and see how it goes. See how it goes. It depends on Atate as well, how he gets on with international duty. Same with, we're all touching wood, hoping that there'll be no injuries picked up in the international break. And while they're on the international break, we'll have two of the Japanese boys working on their fitness. Gucci, which it's good to see him play again, and Koyogo. You know, I said there was people on this channel ruling out Koyogo for the rest of the season. He's not out for the rest of the season. Said he's doing light training at the moment, light running. So there's a chance, like the 15th of April, 3 weeks away. He could make it back for the semi final. But you don't want to rush him back as well if he's not ready for it as well. So we have enough in the score in the squad and the depth there without Kyogo, as you're saying. Jack Max is at stepping up, scoring a hat trick today. Then Maeda doing well, so it's not the end of the world if he doesn't play against Rangers, like you know. And you've seen the likes of Abad, he could play through the middle if I read that stuck. So yeah, Holy Golly, we still be playing. Yeah, still playing for Lego also, still going. Done throwback video on him as well. But another 5 more minutes, folks. I'm going to jump off. I said 40 minutes, it's nearly almost an hour. It's always the same. It's always the same. Get stuck into this. But as I said, if this is your first time tuning in, please do subscribe to the channel. And hopefully I will be back maybe Monday night. Um, I might be back tomorrow night. Depends on if they drop points. I'll be jumping on the old happy bandwagon. We'll see. We'll see. Never say never in football. That's it. Um, I hope he doesn't get injured for Greece. We'll see what happens. See what happens. Did he? He's starting at 10, is he? Good stuff. I'll jump on. I'll jump on and watch his live at 10. Good stuff. How's he starting with at 10? He actually rang me earlier on for a minute. He was on the way to the shop. Well, there's a thing on YouTube called community posts. So what I'll do is I'll put up a community post like I did earlier on saying I was going to start at 8, but I didn't start at 8. I obviously started at 10 to 9. But how's it going, Red Scotland? I hope you're well. Great result today. I know you're itching to play them now in a couple of weeks' time and put them back down in the ground, as usual. But yeah, it's great to see some familiar faces in here. As I said, doesn't take a lot, folks, just to share it. Tell a mate. As I said, just helps my channel grow, makes me motivated, it makes me feel great coming on. That's all. As I said, this is not here to make money. This is here just to communicate with the Celtic fans and get on with see how you feel. Finish prediction for the Sefco match tomorrow. I'd be happy if they drop points, 2 points tomorrow. Um, Chances quite slim. Dundee, not the greatest team, but never say never in football. I'd like to see a 1-all draw. Like to see a 1-all draw. That's what I like to see. Or a 1-0 Dundee, but we can hope. We can pray. See what happens. As I said, they'll come against the team that they've been dreading against, coming against in 3 weeks time. The mighty Glasgow Celtic. We'll see Goldson crying again. We'll see Roy Kent, Jovanovic will be rent free in his head. So yeah, we'll see. He's like, why would you even compare him to Ribery? Like, people have lost their heads. Like, you know. That's it. Don't rush Kyogo back if it's not worth the risk. 100%. As much as I love the guy, as I said, we have enough up there to do well. You know, Donny boy. I'm literally getting none of these and going to be settings. Don't know. It's strange. What I'd probably say to yourself is Scott. What I'd probably say is just download uninstall the app and then go back in. Then after it probably just needs to clear. You probably just need to clear it out the cliche or whatever it's called. So that's it. Dundee fighting for every point. I know they're doing, but that's it. Don't write them out in football. So, right, folks, I'm going to leave it there. A massive thank you to everyone that tuned in tonight. Over 60 people tuned in. If you're one of them new people, do it. Go on, press that red and white button, press that sky button, subscribe to the channel. For the ones that are already subscribed, a massive thank you again. From the bottom of my heart, these are all heroes. Thank you very much for the questions. There's one that I couldn't answer, which I'm going to have to think about now, which will have my head fried. What has been Ange's worst signing? So I'll have a think about that, and I might do a video on it as well during the week. But these are all absolute legends, and thank you very much for all the debate. And have a good night. And just remember, 6 points, 6 points, not 6 points drunk, 6 points top of the league, looking down, looking down. It's gonna be like literally a plane doing skydiving, looking down that low, like woof. So we'll see what happens. I'll have me 3 trophies on me back. I will be. One already, two to go. So let's see how we get on. Two massive games in the Scottish Cup. But look, don't get complacent. Just concentrate, and we'll get there. We'll all get there, folks. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. Pace yourself. As I said, pace yourself for the next until May. If it's not meant to be, it won't happen. It's up to Ange, it's up to the boys, and it's up for Celtic fans that play their part. Yes, as Ange said in the interview the other day, they get excited and they have a right to get excited. It's been a hard year for them, a hard season last season. Yes, we want to win. We want to take the title back. We want to obviously order a new trophy in and throw the other one out because it's probably contaminated to the shit. It's probably something out of Resident Evil. But look, we'll get there. As I said, gotta have patience. Majorities have been on this planet longer than me. Majorities have been supporting Celtic longer than me. Yous have been through the days, the dark days. Yous have been through the glamorous days. But this season is something special. It's something special. It's a season that, as I said, roller coaster of a season. We First few games we couldn't win, couldn't beat Hearts, couldn't beat Rangers, dropping points to Dundee, getting beaten by Livy, and look where we are now. Look where we are now. So you know that's called faith. That's called believing the team. Stop fucking being negative. Believe in them, and see these negative people. There's only so much negativity I can deal with on YouTube and Facebook until you get Graham Norton. And it's not a case where there's there's people out there that just constantly. It's not even a case that they're getting a voice across. If you're negative about a team that's winning, why do you support them? Why do you support them? You know, as I said, there's no harm being negative about a particular individual or two on the team. Yes, players need to improve. Players have pros and cons. That's how football works. But when you're consistently being negative about a team that's top of the league, you think this player should be doing that player, or they should be doing this better, they should be doing that better. I'm sorry, football doesn't work like that. They're not robotics, you know. That's the way it works, you know. So we just keep bashing away. The results are coming. We are in our final 7 games. We're in good position. Team are playing well. Jack Marcus is banging goals in. Mayeda is putting the graft on the left. Callum's captain that team, and I hope the most like as much as we all love to see Ange win it, I want to see Callum. Callum deserves it more than anyone. Callum deserves it more than anyone. He's after taking that captaincy off him from Scott Brown. An iconic, an absolute legend to the game. A legend to the game. And for Cam to come in, yes, he's been at the club for years upon years, and he's been there since he was a kid, since the age of 7. For him to take that captain's role over on the massive rebuild in his wildest dreams that he could be competing for the league, it's been crazy, absolutely crazy. So, for all the negative Celtic fans that keep doubting the situation, just don't support the fucking club. And keep doubting me when I don't go to the games every weekend because I have daddy duties to do. That's more important than football. Facts. So yeah. But yeah. So I've been to 3 games this season, so hopefully getting in one more before the end of the season. You know? Exactly. Support the jersey, whatever it is. Sitting on your couch at Celtic Park, in the boozer, on holidays in Lanzarote, doesn't bleeding matter. We're all Celtic fans. We're all Celtic fans. Don't judge someone being a bigger Celtic fan than you. At the end of the day, we all have available time to go and support the team. Some people that watch this channel live in Australia. So they're not bigger Celtic fans, or they're less Celtic fans because you don't get to go to games. It's quite cheap for some people that live in That people that live in Scotland say, well, it's you only live in Dublin. It costs money to get over. Costs money to accommodation. Costs money for drink. Costs money to go over. It's not that cheap. You know, it's not that cheap. It's like spot. It's Keith, not Kevin. It's I'll let you away. You always call me Kevin. It's okay. It's okay. I love a good ranting deck. I got a season ticket you could use, and you know I appreciate. Look, there's many people there that have asked me, have offered me season ticket, use a season ticket, and I appreciate it. Just unfortunately, folks, I've two kids that I have to attend to the weekends. My kids are my life, and to fit a Celtic game in on the weekend when taking care of two young kids is a hard job enough to make YouTube videos. So for some arsehole to come onto my channel and to criticize me and call me less of a fan than them because they attend games is quite cheap. It's quite immature, you know. You don't know what people are doing in their personal circumstances. People work weekends. People gotta make the bread and money, and that's the way it works. So yeah, yeah. People don't love me. Don't love me. They love me. They do. It's simple as that. I can't entertain everyone, but I appreciate the support of every single one of yous. As I said, if I can help yous, I will help yous as much as I can. Yous help me, I help you. It's simple as that. Simple as that. And as I said, this page is not about making money. I don't have a PayPal. I have nothing there, and we never will have a PayPal. There is a PayPal link, but I don't use it. Don't even know how to log into it. That is right. Uh, yeah, that's it. Like before I leave, and I'm not that type of person. I don't let people get to me. And last week, I just want to address it. I had two gobshites on TikTok saying, "Am I the only Celtic fan that doesn't like this guy, that hates this guy?" I'm like, you don't even know me personally. I put my opinion. It doesn't mean you have to comment on it. It doesn't mean you have to be a nasty bastard. You know, you don't need to do that. Just scroll on. At the end of the day, I'm not here to confrontation with people. I'm here to listen to your opinions, and some of the points that you do are absolutely amazing, amazing. So, as I said, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's been a roller coaster of season, you know. So, appreciate the support tonight, and no alcohol for me for the weekend. So, hail, hail. I'll speak to you tomorrow night, hopefully. Good night, God bless, and come on the Dundee FC. Come on the Dens Park. Let's beat them. Cool on.